Hello and welcome to HyperDog Digital. This is Scott, and today we're going to take a look at this little beauty right here. This is the Lenovo Chromebook Duet. I've been trying to get a hold of this guy since it came out. It has sold out so quickly and I was not able to get it. Thankfully, the wonderful people at Lenovo were able to send out a demo unit for me, or a sample unit, or whatever. Just taking a look at the back here, you can see it gives you a little bit of information about the Duet here. 2-in-1 detachable laptop, ultra portable, fully high definition IPS display, 4-side narrow bezel, long battery life. This is the ice blue plus iron gray version with 128 gig. It has the MediaTek P60T octa-core 2 GHz processor, 10.1 inch display, 1920 by 1200 IPS, Chrome OS, of course. This is not Android, it is Chrome. So let's go ahead and pop this open and take a look at the device itself. So obviously right here, right off the bat, you have the tablet. It seems a little smaller than 10 inches. It doesn't seem like 10 inches to me. 10.1, whatever it's supposed to be. That seems, wow, it's very, very light. So here's the two-tone color that you got here, and you can see the camera does have a little bit of a bump that sticks out. But a nice metallic feel to it. Feels very sturdy. Gosh, it's really light. You got a couple speakers here on the top. You have USB-C port here. Power button, volume rocker. Nothing on the other side. We looked at the top. The bottom just has some connectors for where the keyboard will connect. The front, you do have a camera right there. Not sure if you can see it. There you go. And of course, you have the camera on the back. There we go. Actually helpful if you could see it. Alright, so let's move forward with the rest here. Assuming this is just the power cord. You have a little adapter there for headphones. USB-C to USB power cable there. I'll put those back in there. We aren't going to really need those. Yep, and the adapter. Awesome. I'll put that here just so we can keep track of it. And this should be the case and the keyboard. Very well packaged. I always love Lenovo, does a great job of packaging their stuff up. So here's the keyboard here, and this is the case that goes on the outside. Or I should say, this is the piece that goes on the back. This is pretty neat. It's got kind of a fabric feel to it here on the back. You can see you got a spot there for the camera, and then this pops open so that you can set it at whatever angle you want. Let's slap this on here real quick. It does connect on there pretty good. Holds on there pretty well. Yeah, doesn't pop off, so that's pretty good. Let's see here. First pulling this out. Very nice. Gives you all kinds of really good angles. So that's good. I like that. And the keyboard here. Boy, I'm not going to be able to put this back on when I'm done. Alright, so here's the keyboard. Seems a little bit small, but I mean still fairly normal sized. Let's see, comparing it to my laptop over here. It is a little smaller than your standard keyboard, of course. You can see some of these keys are a little bit smaller, but should still be very easy to type on. Trackpad right there. Really nothing else. Now this doesn't have the fabric-y feel. This is a little rubbery kind of, maybe. So it's got a little texture to it. It's not plastic. Kind of rubbery, almost fabric-y, but neat, nice little texture there. Alright, let's go ahead and connect this together. Alright, and there you go. Now, that certainly adds some extra weight to it. Not a lot. It's still very, very light. Certainly easy to open. Now, see, one thing I already can see is going to be kind of an issue or something to get used to is I keep wanting to pull up the whole thing here on the back. So you just got to get used to making sure you're only pulling up the flap here, the stand. And it already kind of powered itself on. Oops. Drop test. So this doesn't flip up or anything like that, so you're not going to get any kind of angle with that. But this all seems to work very well. You can see already how big the bezels are on the sides. Not too bad. Whoa! Okay, well that popped right off. Probably, yeah, my finger hit it there at the bottom. So that's a little bit interesting. So you normally have, well, that's a little, you can see there, that's a little bit goofy. Trying to pull this out. Sometimes the keyboard tends to pop off there. So, not a big deal, but certainly something to get used to. But really, there it is. That's the setup for you for the Duet. I'm going to go ahead and use it for a little bit and test it out, and then I'll come back with some more thoughts. So stand by. Okay, so we were able to spend some time with the Chromebook Duet, and I really enjoyed working with this device. It's really cool. It just blows my mind how light and just you can just grab it and take it anywhere. It just feels very portable, and it's just something that you just want to take with you everywhere. I love the case and everything like that. Well, it's not the case, I guess. It's the keyboard, and then this back panel. I love the texturing and everything like that. Let's just jump in and talk about performance. Performance was really good. I didn't have any problems playing any of the games and stuff that I did. My one big litmus test, because it's the game that my entire family, kids play day in and day out, is Roblox, and any device that I get has got to be able to play Roblox, and this played it with no problems. It ran fine, no stuttering, nothing like that. Worked great. All the kids fought over it, so it was a great travesty as far as that went. But yes, it played everything well that I wanted to play. Now, of course, it is Chrome OS, so you're not going to be downloading a bunch of games from Steam or anything like that yet. But so you can download any of the games that are on the Google Play Store, and any of the ones that I downloaded ran fine. Now, I do know that there are some that still aren't quite optimized for running on Chrome or running on a tablet or full screen. I haven't run into those yet, but I do know that there are some out there, so do be aware of that. The keyboard worked great. It is a little small, so if you do have big sausage fingers like me, then you will have a little bit of problem and need to get used to, typing on a little bit smaller keyboard. I'm sure we've all run into that at some point or another. A keyboard it's a little bit smaller, it's all the portable wireless keyboards that are out now. So just another thing to keep in mind. But all the keys worked fine. Everything worked great. Didn't have any problems with any of the keys not working or not doing what they were supposed to do. The one thing I did really like, and I know that there are other devices that do this as well, but I love that you can pull the keyboard off and put it aside, still have the stand on the back. So if you want to just go and set it up somewhere to watch a movie, you can do that. not have to worry about, oh, I don't have any space on the counter for the keyboard, or the keyboard's going to be hanging off or flopping around or something like that. So I do absolutely love that design for this device. One thing I don't like about the keyboard, unfortunately, is this little piece right here. I'll kind of get it up there a little bit. This little piece right here, I found that when I open it up and I try to open up the stand, you instinctively just kind of push down on the bottom here when you're opening it, and it always pops right off. Okay, now I think we saw that in the first video that I did. Not a deal breaker, but something that you have to get used to. I think the design there could have been a little bit different, a little bit better, but other than that, I don't have any issues with it. The screen, nice 10-inch screen. Some people that may be a little bit too small. For me, it worked out just fine for what I used it for. I didn't have any problems with it. The speakers were really good. I like that the placement is up here on the top. I think the number one best position, of course, is going to be front-facing speakers, but the second best is up here on top. And they sounded great. They were plenty loud enough, and they certainly gave you surround sound and stuff like that when, you know, you had stereo or whatever set up, or you were watching something in stereo. So it definitely didn't have any problems as far as performance goes with the speakers. Not the best that I've ever seen, but it definitely works very well. The cameras were great. It's not a phone camera, you know, it's not a Samsung S20 or a Pixel or anything like that, but I really like it. It just amazes me how light this darn thing is. I mean, it just feels like there's nothing in your hand. You definitely are going to be able to take this and sit around and watch movies and browse the internet and do email and do whatever you're going to do with one of these and just not get any fatigue. I mean, it's just, there's nothing there. It just is so light. It absolutely blows my mind how light it is. And I love it. It's really great. So the big question is it a big enough screen for you? Is it big enough that it's going to be able to take the place of a full-size Chromebook? That's going to be key. That's going to be different for each person, I suppose. But for me, it definitely is something that I would definitely have in my arsenal and would be able to take anywhere. And I think it would work great. Very, very well for productivity, anything like that. So hopefully this video has been helpful to you, and we'll see you again next time on HyperDog Digital. Thanks.
Hey, this is Scott for HyperDog Digital. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos and reviews, be sure to check us out at hyperdogdigital.com. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you know when we put up new content. If there's something you'd like us to review, or you have a product you want to send us for a review, feel free to send us an email at reviews@hyperdogdigital.com. We're also looking for sponsors right now, so if you are interested in being a sponsor for our channel, contact us at sponsor@hyperdogdigital.com. All of our social media links and emails are in the description. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you next time.